man, that was a close one after being up by as much as 13 points in the second half. The Indiana Fever find themselves in a dogfight late in Seattle, and we held on to win 5 straight W's for the Indiana Fever, 78-74. Man, that was a struggle, but
The biggest story in the WNBA was supposed to be Caitlin Clark's electrifying rookie season, but while the world was fixated on one superstar, something else was happening in Indiana. Something raw, unexpected, and intensely compelling. The Fever didn't just survive without Clark during her injury. They started to thrive, sparking a 5-game winning streak, their best in over a decade. And at the heart of this shocking transformation is a player who has become the team's unfiltered, unapologetic, and undeniable leader, Sophie Cunningham. This isn't just a story about a player stepping up, it's about how one woman's fiery personality and relentless grit hijacked the narrative and forged a new identity for a team on the rise.
Well, my God, the Fever did everything possible to blow a game but still come out with the win. That was a near epic level collapse, folks. Wow, it should have never gotten that close. Lexi Hull, Stephanie White waited till the very, very last minute to put Stephanie Hull in on defense. She should have been in there from 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in on defense.
Against the Seattle Storm on August 3rd, 2025, the legend of this new Fever team was solidified in a nail-biting 78-74 victory. While Natasha Howard led the team with 21 points, it was Sophie Cunningham's eruption that set the tone. She dropped a season-high 17 points, shooting an incredibly efficient 5 of 6 from the field and an almost perfect 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. In a game where she was the only Fever player to hit a three-pointer, Cunningham transformed into what one commentator called Steph Curry with a Southern twang, a lone flamethrower lighting up the scoreboard and keeping her team ahead.
We needed big games from a few key players, and we got big games from Sophie Cunningham, a big game from Natasha Howard, and Aari McDonald. It was very noticeable how this team performed tonight with Aari McDonald in the game and with Aari McDonald on the bench. Aari McDonald was a key component to the Fever's victory tonight. Let's get right into it. Natasha Howard, big game from Natasha Howard. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 of 12 from the field. Natasha Howard, she put in work offensively, she put in work defensive.
But to measure Cunningham's impact in points is to miss the entire story. Her true value lies in the chaos she controls and the energy she injects into every single play. She has been described as the emotional engine and the circulatory system of the team. Cunningham is the player diving for loose balls, screaming for defensive switches, and celebrating a teammate's success louder than her own. It's this unseen, relentless hustle that has become the lifeblood of the Fever's recent success. A gritty foundation built on effort that no box score can ever truly capture.
So what it is about certain parts of these games, certain halves of these games, it's like they didn't want Sophie Cunningham to touch the ball at all in the second half. And she finished with 17 points, 5 of 6 shooting, 4 of 5 from three-point range. And in case you're wondering, she's the only Indiana Fever player that hit a three-pointer this evening.
The game against Seattle also featured a moment of high drama that left fans and commentators completely baffled. In the middle of the fourth quarter, with Cunningham clearly having the hot hand, she was inexplicably benched for 5 critical minutes. It was a move described as basketball blasphemy, a mystifying decision to pull the team's flamethrower off the court just as the game was heating up. This Cunningham intermission threatened to kill the team's momentum and became a major point of controversy surrounding coach Stephanie White's late game strategy.
They sure do know how to stress a brother out. The Indiana Fever just almost pushed me to a heart attack. I mean, Jesus. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. My goodness, man. Woo. I got to keep my towel on. My neck is wet. My neck is wet, guys. I'm sorry. They made me sweat. The Indiana Fever nearly blow a 12-point fourth quarter lead. We allow the Seattle Storm to go on an 11-0 run in the fourth quarter. Stephanie White, I keep telling y'all, I don't trust her.
Somehow, the Fever weathered the storm of that questionable substitution. The team's survival was in large part thanks to Aaliyah Boston, who decided the fourth quarter was her time to dominate. In the face of a ferocious comeback attempt by Seattle, Boston exploded. She went on a personal 9-0 run, finishing with 16 points and 12 rebounds for her 6th consecutive double-double, a new franchise record. It was a clutch, veteran performance that stabilized the team and secured the victory, proving that when one leader is on the bench, another is ready to rise.
All right, man. So can we just talk about the elephant in the room, man? When we have hot hands, we have to go to the hot hands, okay? It just does not make sense to keep giving somebody who is cold the ball, especially in clutch moments. What are we doing? Stephanie White, what are we doing? My bad, y'all. I know this probably bothered y'all. What are we doing, Stephanie White? Let me close this out, y'all, really quick. Okay, there we go. You have to refer to your hot hands, man. Come on now. You had Kelsey Mitchell take. I felt like it was like 3 or 4 shots that she took in the clutch moments where they were coming back and the turnovers was happening.
Beyond her on-court heroics, it's Sophie Cunningham's unfiltered personality that has truly captivated fans. She plays with what can only be described as comedy with a side of competitive fury. She's known for her hilarious, honest, and completely uncensored approach to the game. Whether it's dropping a three-pointer and trash-talking her opponent on the way back down the court, or roasting a referee with a sarcastic grin, she brings a unique blend of sass and elite skill that is as entertaining as it is effective. It's this personality that has made her an undisputed fan favorite and a player you love to have on your team and hate to play against.
Indiana Fever survived the Seattle Storm. This was a hell of a game, and I have to be honest with y'all. I got to be completely honest with y'all. The Indiana Fever, hey, a win's a win. I'm not mad. We won. I'll take a win. But boy, are we lucky that this Seattle Storm team is borderline. They're borderline terrible offensively. This team, they play so slow, they can't score in bunches. I don't even know how they went on an 11-0 run. Well, I know how they went on a run. My point is, they don't score quickly enough, easy enough to even go on major scoring swings like that. That's not how they play. They are a slow, methodical team, and they missed. Skylar Diggins missed 2 wide open threes. Erica Wheeler missed a wide open 3 in the corner.
This Cunningham effect has had a profound impact on the Fever's team chemistry. With her on the floor, the team plays with more cohesion and structure, their chaotic tendencies seemingly calmed by her presence. She has become the blueprint and the compass for a young Indiana squad, the veteran who binds the team together. As Cunningham herself put it, the team is getting closer and trusting each other, which has been the key to their newfound ability to win tight games, a resilience they lacked earlier in the season.
Absolutely are like they're now well and truly up there with the best of them. They're looking like they're going to get into that 4-5 matchup no matter what. Like if you look at the standings, they are 17-12. They're like a half a game back on the Phoenix Mercury. If the Phoenix Mercury somehow lose tonight, they go ahead of the Phoenix Mercury. They are an entire game ahead of the Seattle Storm, and they have the tiebreak over the Storm. If they win one of the last two against Phoenix Mercury, they have the tiebreak over the Mercury.
That newfound resilience was on full display as they survived a near-total collapse against the Storm. After leading by double digits, the Fever allowed Seattle to go on an 11-0 run late in the fourth quarter, putting the game in jeopardy. In previous months, this would have been a game the Fever would have lost, but this new Cunningham-led squad held their ground, a testament to their growth and newfound mental fortitude. Their ability to stare down a devastating choke and refuse to blink is perhaps the clearest sign of the cultural shift happening within the organization.
We have a lot to discuss in this one. One thing being that the Indiana Fever has picked up their 5th consecutive straight win. This is their best record in over 10 years, and they have a chance to become second place in WNBA rankings. Yes. So all of the people that said that the Indiana Fever was out of contentions to winning the WNBA championships, I'm here to tell you, they all looking silly today.
The result is a stunning 5-game winning streak, the franchise's longest in a decade, all achieved without their marquee rookie, Caitlin Clark. This improbable run has propelled the Fever to a 17-12 record and has them sitting firmly in the playoff picture, a scenario that seemed like a fantasy just a few weeks ago. They have defied all expectations, proving they are far more than a one-player team and have become legitimate contenders in the league.
The odd makers had picked the Indiana Fever to actually lose this game in Seattle. In Seattle. No one thought that they can go to Seattle and get a win on the road. And I'm here to tell you, it got shaky in the fourth quarter.
So I'm happy that we kept our composure, even though Seattle went on an 11-0 run. We've been through situations like that, but at the end of the day, we just stayed together and we talked about it and we moved on to the next play.
I also think it shows the growth that we've had as a team, because early in the season we were just so inconsistent, and if teams were to do that, we would normally lose those games. But it just shows that we're getting closer, we're trusting each other, and I think that's the biggest part, is trusting and knowing that we can win those games even if they go on runs.
This raises an unspoken question about the team's dynamic. With the intense media spotlight that follows Caitlin Clark temporarily dimmed, other players have found the space to redefine their roles and flourish. Cunningham in particular has stepped out of the supporting cast and into a leading role, her fiery energy becoming the team's central driving force. It seems the team has discovered a new, more balanced identity in Clark's absence, an evolution that could prove crucial for their championship aspirations.
So that is 5 in a row. That is 5 wins in a row for the Indiana Fever. That is something I didn't think we were going to do it. I didn't think we were going to be able to win 5 games in a row. With or without Caitlin Clark, winning 5 games in a row isn't easy. And that's another. Up until last week, the Fever had not beaten a plus 500 team in the regular season since Nalissa Smith and Lexi Hull's rookie season. Since their rookie season.
Ultimately, Sophie Cunningham has become the architect of a movement in Indiana. She is the spark, the glue, and the unfiltered soul of a team that is suddenly believing in itself. Her influence transcends statistics. She is fundamentally changing the culture of the Indiana Fever, one hustle play, one supportive yell, and one sarcastic comment at a time. While the world was watching the rise of one star, another was busy hijacking the season and putting the entire league on notice.
Oh my goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing? You had a Sophie Cunningham who was on fire, 17 points, right? 5 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 5 of 6 from the floor and 4 or 5 from the 3. Didn't touch the ball not one more time in that clutch moment. What are we doing? What are we doing? Boston was also on fire, 7 of 11 from the floor, 16 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 2 assists, 12 rebounds with that nasty double, and didn't necessarily put up a shot in those last minutes.